Welcome to Snipisode 11 of the Daily Dose of D.M.C podcast. Today is Monday, January 16th, 2023, and I'm your host, HK. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Dose. I hope you guys had a beautiful, amazing, relaxing, productive, and fulfilling weekend. We sure did, or I sure did, but we got to remind ourselves that every single day is a beautiful day. Keep that in mind. On Friday, in Friday's Snipisode, we did a recap of the last 2 weeks, and today, heading into our third week of the Daily Dose, I thought to myself, let's transform our minds. Let's kick off the week to something that is so important in society today, and that is the topic of success. But before we do, I want to give you guys a quote from Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the leader of the United Kingdom during the Second World War, also during the Cold War, and what probably many of you guys don't know, he was also a Nobel Prize winner in literature. And he said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." And success is such a broad term. And before I really dive into my notes here, I want to note that there are a variety of ways in which success is taught to us. And it starts with family, what your parents pass on to you, our family values, our beliefs. That greatly influences how we perceive success. Some families, they place a strong emphasis on financial success and material wealth. And there's other families, they prioritize community service or social responsibility. So how our parents instill us from a young age really shapes how we perceive success, how they teach us. But secondly, it's also the education system. From school to high school, college, university, whatever it may be, we're conditioned to success, to achieve success by society's definition through good grades and academic awards and degrees. And don't get me wrong, I know that there's team building and work groups and whatnot, and even in the professional work environment. But I truly believe that success in society, in our education system, is rather, that focuses on individual achievement and competition instead of that cooperation and collaboration. That's how we're conditioned in education. And don't get me wrong, don't misinterpret. Individual achievement and competition per se aren't bad. It's the way that society defines success and how we're conditioned in our education system in regards to success is what I find wrong. And lastly, of course, there's cultural influences and role models. And yeah, it's been like that for decades, and since mankind's been around, there's always something that influences everybody else. But in today's day and age, I believe social media and how we've moved on as a society and the technology and the ever-changing rapid pace, the culture at large, it really shapes our understanding of success in a massive, massive way. The problem that I see, though, is that success is presented with such a narrow definition of what it actually is. Society ties that, culture ties that to wealth and power and fame. And the problem is, if you don't embody that as a person, you are defined, you're defined not successful. And the problem then that's created is that you conform to certain ideals because that's what society wants for each one of us. That's what success is. But success is so multifaceted. It's a concept, that can be taught and understood in different ways through our families, through education, through cultural influences, our role models. But ultimately, it's up to us in regards to how we want to define success. The plain definition of success, when you look in the Oxford Dictionary, do a quick Google, is simply the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. So ultimately, success is just defined as an achievement or desired outcome or goal. But to me, success is so much more. And the thing is, success needs to be, and this is what needs to be taught in our education system as well, is success means different things for different people. It really is that easy. For some, it might be career success. For others, it's financial success. For others, it's personal fulfillment. That's what success is. Success is ultimately about this sense of purpose, accomplishment, your own self-worth, without being narcissistic here. And the way, I just want to quickly fly over it, because what I've got in my notes here is twofold. So on the one side, the way society seeks, or how you can achieve success is more about setting goals, that planning and preparation, taking that action of working towards your goals, then measuring your progress. Are you getting there? Are you achieving that? And then ultimately, when you achieve that, you celebrate and you reflect, and you understand that you've now accomplished something. Your high school degree, your college degree, your apprenticeship is completed, you get a job, you get promoted, all these stepping stones. And yes, that is part of success. However, the real success comes, in my opinion, when you can break free from what I discussed earlier on in regards to how success is defined by society. Fame, wealth, power. When you can break free of that, then you will find ultimate success. Because success is so much more than what society defines today. It's not about having the most wealth, accumulating that, or having the most power, whether in your organization, at your company, or as a politician, whatever it may be. That is not success. We need to educate ourselves. We need to teach ourselves in our school system that success is individual based, and society needs to accept the fact that success for everyone may mean something else, period. And yes, success is that stepping stone, those goals that we just discussed about. But to me, it's more about that mindset and attitude and how we reach that. There's two key things that I want to note here. One is maintaining a positive and determined mindset. That helps you stay motivated, helps you stay focused, even when things get tough. That growth mindset, embracing failure as a learning opportunity. Those are elements of success. Building resilience, overcoming those setbacks that we discussed in Snipisode 6. Bouncing back when we fail. These are elements that need to be taught to us and conditioned in us from a young age, in our school system, through our families, of what success is, to set our goals and to utilize those elements and achieve whatever that goal may be. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be a job title. That is what success should be all about. And then there are a couple other things that I find is important when it comes to the topic of success. One is networking. That is very vital. And I don't mean misuse networking in the terms of you connect with everybody, like on LinkedIn. I get requests, like thousands of requests. I haven't been on LinkedIn for a long time, but that's not networking to me. It's about building and maintaining impactful relationships, both in our personal and our professional lives. And when you do that, to really get valuable insight and connections and opportunities and wisdom and knowledge, and perhaps even go from just being a connection to friendships. And there's a lot of ways to do this. You can go to networking events, you can join a club or an organization, a mentorship program, whatever it is. There's lots of ways to network and to build connections. And it's important, like any relationship, to give and receive. I truly believe in networking. It's a vital aspect of success. But I really tread on the fact that I want to provide value to the people that I interact with, that want to utilize me as part of their network, and vice versa. It allows for, logically, let's not be naive here. Yeah, networking is all about opening doors and opportunities and resources, but I also believe that when it comes to success, and we all define our success individually, that understanding where your partner in that networking relationship is coming from and wants to go, and how you can be a help to them and assist them in achieving that goal, that again is mindset and attitude. It's about personal development. You got to constantly work on yourself. Self-improvement, learning new skills. Personal development, like I said, is a lifelong process. We've discussed this in previous Snipisodes. Learning new skills, taking classes, reading books, attending workshops. But if you embrace that lifelong learning mentality, that growth mindset, you're open to new ideas and experiences, and you're always seeking ways to improve yourself. That is what success is. That's what it should be. Personal progress and not tied to a bank account. And then ultimately, that third point that I think success is so important in is just basically giving back. Success is not just about personal gain. That's what society teaches us today. Personal gain. Through our networking and through our degrees and through our jobs and job titles, but that's not what it is. It's so much bigger than that, and we need to break free of that. We need to recondition. We need to unlearn what we've learned about success. Because ultimately, it's not really just about philanthropy, what all these billionaires are doing. It's about making a real positive impact without personal gain, period. I love helping people. I love helping people in my network succeed in whatever they want to accomplish, and however means I can provide. And for them, as a stepping stone to succeed to their level of success and what they want to achieve. Because again, it's not about personal gain. I do it altruistically without any intent of receiving anything back. And that's what I want people to learn and to understand. Giving back to the community is so important as part of success, especially when you've achieved what you want to achieve. And you'll ultimately find that when you do give back, it really brings a sense of fulfillment and purpose to your own life. You can do it however you want to do it. Volunteer somewhere, mentor somebody, just give back to the community. There's lots of ways to do it. And again, I get it. I've dealt with a lot of people, narcissistic people, tough-minded people, people who really didn't know where they want to go in life. I think we all have. But I really want you guys to understand that success is such a multifaceted concept. And yes, it's about goals and reaching those goals, and that's what success is, that continuous progress. However, let's not forget that personal growth, that hard work, that perseverance, that positive mindset, because that's what the Daily Dose is all about. Guys, this is really close to me. That's why we're a little bit over time here again, but success at all costs is not what I personally want for my kids, is not what I want for others in society. If you don't know it's very simple. Success at all costs is just, you're willing to compromise on your values, on your morals, on your relationships, just for that ruthless pursuit of power and wealth. And I've met a lot of people, I've worked with a lot of people as well, who were exactly like this. And I'd admit, early on in my career, very early in my career, I was probably like this also for a short period of time. Very ruthless. I still thought about people, but I was still very focused on where I wanted to go, and that was that CEO role. But a lot of things happened along the way, and I'm very glad that they did, that my definition of success has been changed. Because I really believe that leads to negative consequences. Burnout, loss of relationships and whatnot, legal issues, lots of legal issues. But I really believe that if we can redefine and retrain ourselves around what that definition of success is, that more balanced, that more holistic approach, and understanding that it's not just money, wealth, and power, but that success is defined by every one of us individually. I really believe then your relationships will flourish. You can really focus on personal growth, on self-awareness. You'll really have a sense of purpose. Then you'll be able to give back more to the community than this, oh, look at me, I got a lot of money, I got a lot of influence, I got a lot of power, and I'm giving back to the community type thing. Then we become responsible citizens. One is temporary satisfaction, and the other leads to more sustainable, fulfilling, and long-term success. And keep in mind, guys, it is so important to be aware of the messages and the influences that shape our understanding of what success is. Social media, the news, society telling us that success is defined by how much power and money you have, how many job titles, what it is and what not. That is not what it is. I want to close off with a quote by Albert Schweitzer. He was a German and French physician and philosopher. He also, by the way, was a big peace and human rights advocate. He also won the Nobel Peace Prize in 52 for his work. And he said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful." Give that some thought, guys. Give that some thought. Please, as we kick off this week, I wish you guys all to be successful. I wish all of you to achieve personal success, whatever that may be, and I hope it's positive. That being said, stay dedicated, motivated, committed, all day, every day.